The incident captured by surveillance cameras at a South Korean military facility has shaken the emotional stability of BTS's youngest member, Jungkook. In CCTV footage that has now become evidence in an internal investigation, Taehyung, currently serving his mandatory military duty, was clearly seen being targeted by an unidentified individual. The video, which was shown in a limited setting to BTS members and hybe label's management, triggered a deep emotional reaction from Jungkook, who reportedly cried heavily and suffered psychological shock shortly after watching the footage. What exactly happened in that video? Who is the perpetrator behind this heinous act? And why did Taehyung choose to finally speak out after staying silent for so long? Initial information from internal sources states that the CCTV recording showed an unknown man entering a perimeter that should have only been accessible to active military personnel. In the footage, the man is suspected of trying to approach Taehyung directly and appeared to make a movement identified as a physical attack attempt. Although the incident was prevented by security forces before any direct contact occurred, the military has yet to release an official statement. This delay in informing the public has sparked broader suspicion and concern among fans and entertainment industry observers. Jungkook, who received early access to the footage with special permission as part of Taehyung's close circle in an informal capacity, was said to have immediately left the screening room with red eyes and a tear-streaked face. A hybe staff member at the location stated that Jungkook was unable to say anything for over an hour after seeing what almost happened to Taehyung. This emotional reaction not only reveals the personal closeness between the two artists, but also indicates the severity of the incident that took place behind the closed walls of the military, usually hidden from public attention. Days after the incident, public and army community pressure grew drastically. Eventually, Taehyung himself chose to release a public statement via an open letter officially issued by hybe labels and published on his personal account. In the statement, Taehyung wrote, "I've gone through a difficult and unexpected situation. What happened is real, and I can no longer hide it. I am physically fine, but the emotional impact is not small. I hope the truth can be revealed and everyone can feel safe, not just me." This statement immediately sparked major public reaction. Many were shocked that V, long known for his calm and reserved demeanor in personal matters, finally chose to speak out publicly. Some interpreted this move not just as an act of honesty, but also as a form of resistance against the pressure and silencing he may have endured. To this day, the military has refused to provide further comments. However, local media reported that an investigation has been opened and the CCTV footage is being treated as key evidence. Security personnel are reportedly tracing the perpetrator's identity as well as the possibility of a broader motive, including potential involvement of external or even internal parties that pose a threat to military personnel who are also public figures like Taehyung. This situation also sparked debate about the safety and privacy of K-pop idols undergoing mandatory military service. Some observers claim that the celebrity status attached to figures like Taehyung actually increases the risk, especially if the military's security systems fail to adapt to the public exposure that individuals like him carry. The South Korean government is now facing pressure to ensure that all military services involving public figures are conducted under enhanced security standards. On the other hand, Jungkook's emotional reaction has opened another perspective on the psychological impact on BTS members. According to a pop culture psychologist, such a reaction is a form of secondary trauma, where someone witnessing a horrific event affecting a loved one can experience emotional distress as severely as the direct victim. It's not just Taehyung who needs protection. Jungkook and the other members could also suffer extreme fear and stress, said the expert. This incident adds to the growing list of pressures and threats that often haunt the lives of K-pop idols beyond the spotlight. Although their lives may appear glamorous, incidents like this reveal the reality that the physical and mental safety of global stars like BTS can be extremely fragile when the system fails to provide adequate protection. Furthermore, delayed information and lack of transparency from the authorities will only worsen the situation. The public now awaits the next steps from the military, hybe, and the government. Will the perpetrator's identity be revealed? Will the security system be overhauled? And will this trauma leave a lasting impact on Taehyung and Jungkook's journey moving forward? One thing is certain, the silence has been broken. And as Taehyung finally speaks, the world begins to realize that behind his calm exterior, there's a storm that has long been held back. ARMY is no longer just a fan base, but a growing social force now demanding justice, safety, and truth. This situation is far from over. But one thing is clear, the public will not stay silent. And Jungkook's voice in tears, along with Taehyung's courage to speak, has opened a new chapter that will not be easily forgotten in BTS's history. However, in the midst of waves of emotion, solidarity, and empathy flooding the digital space, we must pause for a moment and ask one crucial question. Is all of this truly real? Or is it merely a narrative deliberately constructed? A series of dramatic stories designed to capture public attention and massively sway public opinion? This question is not meant to diminish anyone's experience, but to affirm the importance of healthy skepticism in navigating today's flood of information. IT should be noted that the primary sources of this information come from platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several other social media outlets, which, despite their immense reach, are not journalistic institutions bound by strict verification standards. We need to ask, how credible is the information being circulated? Does the CCTV footage truly exist, and can it be verified? Were Jungkook and Taehyung's statements really delivered by them, or are they merely third-party interpretations? What if this is a manipulation of narrative by certain parties? Could this news be driven by marketing strategy, fan-base management, or even a hidden emotional campaign? Are we witnessing reality, or are we merely the audience of a grand production crafted to evoke emotion, generate clicks, and create a global trending topic? We realize that the effects of such news are significant. Many of you may feel anxious, angry, or even saddened. However, amidst this emotional storm, it is important for all of us to be skeptical and reflective. Don't just get caught up in the storyline, but ask, who is spreading this news? What are the motives behind its spread? Is there a hidden agenda at play? We live in an era where perception can be shaped faster than facts, where a 15-second video can influence public opinion more than a 15-page investigative report. So the question is, are we being controlled by emotion, or can we still be critical thinkers in a world of fluid and manipulated information? We are not asking you to immediately believe or reject this information. We are instead inviting you to analyze, discuss, and evaluate every part of this narrative with reason and logic. Do not let your emotions be used as tools by anyone, because when the truth becomes blurry, only critical skepticism can be our guiding light. Thank you for reading to the end. We appreciate all your reactions and reflections. Please leave your thoughts. Do you believe this news is a hidden truth or merely an illusion created for sensationalism? Let's discuss with open minds and clear reasoning.